W-Path files or whatever it is, the transgender people files, where it was exposed that they're not a science at all, that John Money was a psychopath doctor who had one patient, and that patient ended up killing himself. And the patient had a botched circumcision that melted like the tip of his penis or something. And his parents were distraught. And so John Money had finally found the perfect victim, that he told the parents, if we cut off this child's penis and raise it as a girl, that would be the healthiest thing. And identity can trump your biological prison. And the parents were desperate for anything, and they got on board, and the kid was raised as a girl. And John Money was a sick pervert who would bring his brother in with him. So there was another brother to this kid. I think his name was Bruce. And he was brought in, and he would teach him how to do sexy girl dances. And there was a lot of probably inappropriate touching. And from this, because this scientist was a snake oil salesman, most scientists are utterly pathetic people that don't have a lot of social grace. They're not brave. You know, they're bean counters, but they're not used to being brave. It wasn't a prerequisite for being a nerd. So in comes this boisterous guy, and it's already a soft science where you can admit anything as something, you know, if you have enough bravado behind it. And he declares that identity is a real thing and that it can trump your biology, and we should respect it. And from there, an entire branch of fake science was developed to prove their theories right. And I love debating them. It's the only thing that TikTok would allow you to debate with people. The second I mentioned Trump, General Flynn, anything mRNA, I'd get banned for a week for misinformation. But people would toss you coins on TikTok. So I keep talking about what you want to talk about, how a woman cuts off her femur muscles and forges that into a cock and sews it to her crotch. Sure, I'll talk about that. It's so fucking ridiculous. You want to just let me win all day and just show people how ridiculous you are? Let's go. So I don't know. I don't want to lapse into transgender talk for too long. But
well, it's like it certainly seems to be outside of the friggin' carbon tax topic of the day. Our premier
I
here,
love people that are protesting it, dude. I really love Canadians that get out there and do something. I'm not one of those guys that's like, your protest means nothing. Fuck off. It's a crown corporation. You're owned by the city of London. Just sit down and do nothing. Fuck. You know,
yeah,
like, I'm not a fan of that. I'm just like, I love those guys too, but it's like, be happy for people that are getting out there and showing that there is a visible resistance to the policies out there.
The black pill is a big problem on our side of things, for sure. It is a big problem. Demoralization.
You're not a man for quitting and living here. Your tits on a bull. You're just here. Stop bragging like you've got some shiny diamond you're going to show us. I want to be with the cringy people that just, you know, love civic nationalism. Oh man, yeah, all races. Don't you know that this is? Yeah, I get what you'd like it to be, but I like what it is now, and we should all work with this. And it makes no sense to alienate fucking anyone that is well. I am a multi-ethnic monoculturalist. We should have one culture. It should be the Canadian culture. People always ask what that is. It's being tough but overly polite. It's being able to get it done and have a street fight and then have beers afterwards. No one ever jumps in. There's no gang beatings. It's utterly despised. You're polite to everyone. We don't accept crackheads and normalize it with safe injection sites. We make asylums great again. Like, that's not culture. That's just what I want. That's my wish list for society is, you want tourists to come to Toronto? How about you don't put safe injection sites right in Yonge and Dundas Square?
Victoria Street?
Have lunatics walking around fucking pissing on people.
Literally.
No.
Literally.
How about you get them help? You can't hit rock bottom. They're like cushiony middle is their strategy for drug addicts. I'm like, when you give cushiony middle to drug addicts, they tend to just evolve their manipulation practices and get good at getting too much methadone and fucking with people. How about while you're going through your shit, you're not in places where we all want to gather and bring our kids, you know? How about fuck you? As soon as you start acting like a lunatic, drug addict, assaulting people, you're not allowed to hang out here. You will go to a boot camp outside of town where you'll live a dry life with the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket every morning. And once he's cleared you to rejoin society, you can come back.